welcome back to the Interstellar channel. I do a weekly review on the best possible trades for the Nasdaq and ES market every single week for members in my community on WAP. This week I'm going to upload it onto YouTube as well. So the first thing we do at the start of the week is we're going to go through the news. So I set my filters to orange folder, and also red folder, and only on the USD. So on Monday, you can see we have no news. Tuesday, we had no news the whole day until Trump spoke, which could maybe be argued should be red folder because of how erratic he is. Some inflation news, FOMC, which isn't the actual, that's not the volatile FOMC, although it is red folder, and also some PPI as well later on within the week. So let's get back to the chart and let's see what price does. So this is Monday. Monday was a good opportunity in my opinion, actually. So what we're looking for right here, at 8 o'clock I mark up the low, Asia, the low or the high, depending on where the market is. You see we've got a low made within Asia, and then we've got some highs. This was, I marked her up around 1/2. Some highs that we could take out. Obviously this could be classed as a high as well, but I was a bit more focused on these higher highs, and even a high all the way up here. So let's see what price does. So now price has actually swept through both highs on Nasdaq and only one of the buy side liquidities on ES. So we're gonna mark up some SMT here, or I call it divergence actually. But it depends on who you are. You might call it different things. I accidentally deleted it. My friends call me a noob on TradingView. Anyways, so what I'm saying is that because price swept the high here and didn't here, we're going to class that as either a smart money trap or a divergence, whichever terminology you want to use, because price isn't moving exactly the same. So here we go. We've got that marked up. Now, I would be looking for a displacement jumping straight down onto the 1 minute, but sometimes the 1 minute isn't the most favorable of let's say time frames, especially with how volatile things have been recently. So you can see prices already started moving, but it's not really looking as clean as I would like it to. So if we just jump onto the 5 minute, you can see a fair value gap right here. It's inverted the previous fair value gap. So an IFVG, and you can see it there on S&P 500 as well. So I'd be taking a short position on that. That's a huge stop to have. So I would, so you can actually see price. Price moved. Price actually shifting. Fair dues. And my break-even point will be somewhere around here. In essence, this could be higher, and we could, let's say, target lower here. Let's just see what price does. So we've gone break even at this point here. Just extend price out, and we would have been hit out at break even. That's pretty fair. Be in the trade for a while. Let's see, does it drop later on? Yeah, it didn't really drop later on. So Monday was a break even trade, break even day. I don't think I remember this correctly. I felt like it was a little bit different, but I might just be bugging out. Let's move on to Tuesday, because there was one good opportunity this week, and if it wasn't Monday, I think it might have been Tuesday. So let's just move on from there. I'm gonna delete all of this because it does follow through. So let's just delete that. Now, what time? There we go. 15 minutes. We're gonna extend this out. We're gonna look for the following day. So again, at this point here, this is what 10 a.m. right? God, that was loud. People need to shut up. Here we go. So this is the high that's made in London, and it does sweep the Asia high. So we've got a high within London. So again, you can mark it up as buy side liquidity, or alternatively, you can mark it up as London high. I'm bearish on the market, so technically speaking, um, you know, if it swept up and then came down, that would be cool. But that's marked as a reference for reference only, and we'll do the exact same thing over here. We'll shift this across. This buy side liquidity is still intact from before. So yeah, and the Asia sell side is actually technically, you could still target if you wanted to all the way down there. Yeah, it just kind of depends on what you're seeing. For me, I'll be targeting some of these lows. This would be maybe the low that I'd be looking at, or lower even actually. Let's just got a few lows on there. Right, let's let price play out. So we've already swept it. So London high is not really relevant anymore. I'm going to move this all the way up here. Label this as buy side liquidity. Okay, now we have price sweeping buy side liquidity over here around about 3 p.m. Or when's the exact sweep? Hold on, let's see. It's here. This is the exact sweep, right? Price is swept 3:15 on ES and has not swept on the Nasdaq. This was the trade I was looking for. Here we go. So yeah, price is swept here and not swept on the other one. Now we drop it straight down to the lower time frame. Let's just say, if you trade, let's say this time frame, then yeah, cool. I would say I don't. Some people like try and go for these like really high risk rewards. I think that's somewhat silly because you're trying to predict a whole daily candle on the basis of, I don't know, like a 1 minute candle. Do you know what I'm saying? That don't really make any sort of sense because there's like 1,000 candles, 1,000 1 minute candles to make up the whole day. So, yeah. So obviously, price here has moved up, and you can see our fair value gap comes in fairly early. So once we've displaced price like this is the fair value gap, but if you were to play this one, like I would say your SL's got to be above the high. Got to be. Like it's just almost insane if it isn't. Like really, really silly. If it's not above the high. And again targeting a 1 to 3. BE. So prices hit our BE point, so we have moved our SL to break even at this point, and it actually smashes through our TP. I'm trying to see potentially that it may have been a better risk to reward. Let's just see if we played up here. It was actually a way better risk to reward on. So we hit our TP here at 4:15, yeah, and at 4:15, yeah, you would have got like a 1 to 4.5 out of this one. So it would have been a way better trade on ES. Just depends on what you trade and where you trade. Now, one thing that you can't do with the lower time frame is you can't really, in my opinion, again, my only humble opinion, you can't really scale in as effectively because you're essentially predicting, let's say, the next hour or two, opposed to the entire day. So my brother has been teaching me about daily bias and trading the whole day, trading the day range, sorry, rather than these lower time frames. So I have been experimenting around with that. Now let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you entered obviously you got the fair value up there, but let's say you entered when the 5 minute closed, right? You wait for a retrace and you entered when the 5 minute closed. You might be able to actually get a better risk to reward with this setup, opposed to if you were on the 1 minute, just on like how significant the highs and lows are. I'm gonna go. So the 1 minute is what I use. So I'm gonna the 1 minute is what I use for one of my models. So I'm gonna just show you on the 1 hour though, the other entry that was available. So on the 1 hour, so we've got, bear in mind, right, we've got the rest of our strategy is completely and utterly there, right? So we've got our sweep, we've got our SMT, we've got it all there. So the 1 hour would be as soon as price closes in your direction on the 1 hour, you then execute. You can wait for a retracement if you want, but then you execute a trade and place your SL at the high. And if you're expecting the day to be bearish, so this is where your daily cycles come in. If you're expecting the day to be bearish, price should bang out your TP. So let's just see. Okay, fair enough. On the 1 hour, you still would have gained the 1 to 4, and you probably would have gained more because again, I don't entirely know the scaling on the 1 hour, where people scale in. But like, you probably might have been able to get some extra entries within here. I've heard people that are, as soon as each 1 hour candle closes, they keep on selling the next one, or whichever way they're going. They keep on doing it for the next one, the next one, the next one, and they're gaining an extra, 1, 2, 3 R, which in terms of your profitability does actually mean quite a lot. Does it take out our sell side target though? Let's see. Oh, this was that day when tariffs got tariffs got announced. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be looking to hold anything past 1 day anyways. But there's an idea of you could trade the higher time frame, still gain that same risk to reward, and maybe have a bit more accuracy. I'm gonna be doing some work on FX replay to see what's up. Next week we have FOMC member speaking. Great. At 6 we have some USD news on April 15th. That's my birthday, so yeah, that'll be great. Fed Chair Powell speaks on Wednesday. Thursday, unemployment claims. So we have got a little bit of news here and there. Now I'm gonna skip right where to price is right now. Right, mate. And sorry, let's get rid of all of this as well. Skip to where price is. Now this higher time frame stuff, I do like it a lot. I'll be right. It looks very simplistic. I've been bearish on price right now, like for not the foreseeable future, but like just right now, like just the way price has been looking, in my opinion. So for me, I've got the previous week's high marked up here. What I think is going to happen, again, it's purely speculation, and I might change it during the week, but I think price will sweep this higher. Maybe one of these will get a sweep, or both of them will get a sweep. I don't know if we'll reach up here, but then we'll end up closing the week down here somewhere. So we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, again, I could be completely incorrect. Not financial advice, of course. So I'll be looking to see whether or not the market gaps, first of all, extremely huge on tonight, and then also, if price will actually go and sweep this high. If it doesn't sweep the high, I'm probably not going to be interested in taking any sells, if I'm being completely honest. So this is the previous week's high. If we go onto the weekly time frame, price is looking, I mean, that looks fairly bearish to me, personally. So yeah, and I have opened up a free trade idea room, which you can get access to in the bio. You can get the trades that I take, the trades that my brothers take, and it's all free. There is a paid option as well. There's a way to get it for free, and there is a paid option. So, check out the link in the bio if you do want to copy it. Of course, jump on down there. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you have enjoyed this video.